Hi everyone, V here, and welcome back to Wani Gator. In the last episode, which turned out to be really long, not only we helped Olivia while being bullied, but we found out what she did to us in return, you could say, when it came to art contests. So yeah, things are a little bit shaky, though I feel like things are forgiven. Not forgotten, but forgiven definitely. Let's see how things are going to unfold from there. Okay, so we are still in school. It was raining. Okay, let's see. Once everyone else has left, he closes the class door and locks it. Alright, because we are with Mr. Yarakan. So, care to explain? Explain, sir? He opens the door in the back and signals Olivia to come on out. The mud, the drenched clothes, the declaration of sanctuary. I was having a bad day. She's looking a bit better, still drained, but she's not shivering. Her rat sits on her lap, and Yarakan extends a finger down to scratch under its chin. I can see that. He takes a seat against a nearby desk and waves a hand for Olivia to go on. When she doesn't, he shifts his hand to me. I look between the two of them. Mr. Yarakan's expectant leer, and Olivia's pleading eyes. Ultimately, I shake my head in the negative. I just help Olivia get out of the rain. Of course. He slouches further atop the desk. Can I tell you some other time? Sure. Whatever it was, it looks like you've recovered pretty well. Olivia doesn't answer verbally, instead giving him a bashful smile and nod. I mean, yeah, that's a really cute expression. Was it about your work again? Yeah. Oh, this girl. He turns to me and points a thumb at her. You know, the work she's so concerned about absolutely wrecks the grading curve on my class. For the sake of the other students, I had to put a limit on extra credit assignments. Really? Yeah, never before I would even consider such a restraint. Why punish someone for working too hard, I would think to myself. And then 4 years ago, this little green goblin comes rolling into my class. Half a semester and more than a few angry calls from parents later, my hands were tied. Young lady simply does too dang much. That's actually pretty damn adorable. Olivia smiles but doesn't look up from her pet. It was that much better than all the other students? Well, no, I don't grade by technique. If I did, you'd be in big trouble, Inko. Olivia's work was very good even then, but the main thing I admire is how motivated she can be. I haven't seen someone so enthused to just aid in years. Certainly haven't seen anyone so enthused I had to change the rules like that. You were worried it stopped me. Was I? That definitely sounds like me. But it didn't stop you, not even a little. Heck, that here even got me to see some things differently. I don't think I ever did anything like that. You did when you came in after class the Friday before Mother's Day. Take a look at this. I'm handed the quill pen, and the first thing I note about it is how soft the feather portion is. It's a special pen you always use. It's actually from my wife. Okay. Wow. Inspecting it closer, I can now see more of the intricate details. From the faded engravings on the shank to the maintained but worn point. It's well made and kept, and yet the feather and brass showed its age. She came in that afternoon with a whole stack of crumpled painting drafts, so frustrated she couldn't get it right and so determined to make it perfect. I say any of these would be great, your aunt would love any of these, and she fires back. If it's not good enough for me, why would it be good enough for someone I love? I did not have an answer. So I told her to take a step back. We take a few hours to go over fundamentals once more. I send her home to try getting it right over the weekend, and come Monday she returns and hugs me the first thing. That Friday night though, what she said was on my mind. I talked about it all night with my wife. Then that morning I decided to make a change for myself. My wife was molting at the time, so there was always a new feather or three in our blankets each morning. I took the biggest one, preserved it right, got a bit of help to make it into a real pen. And I've used it ever since. That's actually a pretty darn wholesome story. It helps me remember to do my job right, for the people I care about and for the people my students care about. I think what it was is that childlike reasoning that comes so naturally for the youth. That reasoning, it makes a type of innocent, earnest dedication something I think I'd lost for a while. Don't give me so much credit. You haven't lost it, have you? Good, don't lose it for me, okay? Okay. Yarakan yawns and stretches. You feeling alright to go to your next class? Yes, I'm ready. Great. He claps a hand over my back. We should do this again sometime. Maybe without the art contest thingy. Mr. Yarakan ushers us out of this classroom as the late bell trills, handing us a note he'd rapidly scrawled on. Miss Brockling didn't seem enthused to see us come in late, but sighed as she read the late note from Yarakan. As I took my usual spot, I felt something odd in the corner of my eye. Looking up, it was to see Olivia looking my way, with that smile on her face. One that spoke so many words, yet I couldn't figure out what. I think she likes you. All I could do in turn was try to match it before focusing on Miss Brockling's latest lecture. As more time passes, the art contest fades into the background. Last week I had a scare when Principal Scalar called me to her office. I feared that they figured out what Olivia did and assumed I was a part of it, just as she predicted. Luckily, that wasn't the case. Thank God. Instead, she wanted to inform me that they had no leads as to who could have done the swap, and since it was tampered, I'd be removed from the contest. No skin off my back, honestly. As compensation, she gave me one of the runner-up prizes, a coupon for some pizza from some Italian restaurant called Dino Mo's. So it's definitely a higher-end pizza. Not the biggest pizza fan, but not a bad price to get after all of this. Not a pizza fan? Come on, dude. And I was starting to respect you. Saving it for a rainy day. However, I found myself in a conundrum of my own doing. My peers' concerns about my entry were resolved, but I hadn't accounted for the new questions about my portfolio. My paint portfolio. Oh, right. The few times I showed off my photography work, they'd be mildly impressed at best. They were never upfront about it either. No, instead I got the runaround. Oh, yeah, these are nice and co. Not bad, but what about what you did for the contest? I can't even be mad about it since it's just another misunderstanding. Unintended lie from my side of things. But then I had a thought. What if it wasn't a lie? What if I was actually good at painting? And after working at it for the past month, you still suck. Yeah, no, I can't unscrew this. For the past 3 weeks, I've been staying after school making use of one of the club rooms to practice. Shinko, did you listen to any of the tips I gave you? Using everything I had at my disposal, namely the textbooks from Mr. Yarakan and how-to tutorials online, I'd stay as late as possible trying to get to the same skill level as Olivia. I don't think you'll be able to do it in 1 month, man. And as I stare at the horrid acrylic monstrosity before me, I can do nothing but weep at my own inadequacies. Not actually weep, but squinting at the Lovecraftian horror before me, and I can maybe see a little progress drowning in the madness of the excess paint. Olivia had made good on her promise to teach me around the time I asked Mr. Yadakan to borrow the keys to the spare room, and while I memorized all the teachings down to the letter... What am I even looking at? Are you trying an abstract sort of thing here? It was an attempt at a self-portrait, actually. It's probably posted online and some rich asshole will buy it. Is that good? No, never trust the opinions of people on the internet. I learned that the hard way. Good to know. But yeah, that's... fair enough. After a brief period of awkward silence, I let myself collapse on the stool behind me and toss off the oily apron in frustration. At this rate, I'm going to be a double fraud or something. Okay. Okay, I'm not making sound effects. I don't even have the energy to get angry. Probably looks better now at least. Thanks. How did Olivia get so good at this? Olivia, please, you've gotta have some actual advice for me. Yeah, it's called practice. Sorry dude, there is no shortcut. She quietly hums to herself, slipping away a notebook sheet had splayed across her lap into her nearby bag. Well, when I want to draw, it's usually because I got something on my mind. What, like inspiration? Kinda? More so that I just envisioned something and I want to put that on canvas. Amused then? Oh, holy shit, okay, so... Okay. The door of the studio flies open and Damien quickly storms inside. Inko, Olivia, are you guys here? He takes heavy breaths as his vision darts around the room. Dude. I don't know if he's terrified or he's on carpe or something. Holy shit. After a moment of surprise, I raise my arm to catch his attention. Damien, what's wrong? The hyperactive Dilophosaurus spots me taking a final breath before jogging over. Guys, I need to ask you something. What? Is everything alright? Is something happening? I can't help but panic. I've never seen Damien this flustered. Do you want to come to the arcade with me and Liz? Okay, I cannot even... Though I gotta admit, that's actually a high priority question. My answer would be yes. Is that it? Yeah, that's what I said. Wait, when was this decided? I thought something bad had happened. Nope, just asking. Liz already has the card prepared and everything. Okay, if Liz has a card, then I wonder how she fit her neck inside. Oh, I probably should have expected that, but still. How did you know we were here? I didn't. I just kept opening doors until I found you two. Oh. I've been at it for a while, actually. Damien's eyes dart to the canvas that lies on the floor next to me. You working on your next masterpiece? Oh, painting sideways is probably one of your trade secrets, huh? Dude. No need to rub it in. Olivia hides a snicker with her hand. Don't worry, I won't tell a soul. Yeah, that's right. Don't tell anybody. I lean down to pick up the canvas and place it upright, deciding to remove the ugly painting and place it in the corner of the room to dry. Anyway, how about it? To the arcade? The olive baryonyx fidgets, her brow lowered in contemplation as she considers the question. The arcade? It's not like I had any other plans today. Sure, why not? Alright, let's go. Wait, don't just... Okay, I did not have a chance to react. Inko, Olivia, there you are. Damien was taking so long to get you, so I was about to come find you myself. This time both Damien and I are wheezing for air. Despite Olivia's protest and hesitation, Damien had wasted no time in grabbing her by the handlebars and sprinting for the exit. I had chased after them, all the while Olivia screamed like a banshee as she was pushed through the hallway at a breakneck pace. Yeah, I took a deep breath and stand upright. Olivia's claws have dug into her armrest, and she's definitely trying to kill Damien with her glare, which he happily ignores. Why didn't you just message me or something? I wanted to, but... Didn't want to ruin your concentration, man. So instead, you kicked the art room door open. Yep. Okay. They've had the good grace to look embarrassed on Damien's behalf. But he gave you a little bit of extra time, right? You've been staying late for forever now. I can't hide the wins. It hadn't occurred to me that more people would notice. Relax, not like you're the only one. Yeah, I sometimes need to stay behind for student council and club meetings. Right, sure. So, come on, the car's in the student section. The Dino Duo started toward the student parking lot, heading towards a rather old but well-kept sedan. Olivia grumbles silently to herself, but follows after nonetheless. Come on, dude, it'll take a few minutes to get Olivia in and then 30 to get to the arcade. It won't take that long, damn it! Olivia huffs and wheels herself to the passenger side, opening the door for herself. Do you need any... It's fine. Punctuate her statement, Olivia uses her strong arms to lift herself on her armrests. Then, with more grace than I thought possible from the olive-scaled girl, she manages to flop down into the passenger seat. I stare at the abandoned chair, wondering where to put it. I'll get room in the trunk, Inko. The trunk lid pops up with a heavy thunk to punctuate that. It takes me more time than I'd like to admit to figure out how to undo the lock to actually collapse the chair, but once it's done, I'm able to slide it into the spacious storage area easily. Damien had already hopped through the window of the front passenger seat by the time I'm done, as he'd practiced the maneuver. Okay. I simply open the door behind Liz's seat and watch as a pile of soda cans empty onto the pavement below. Ah, sorry, those are from this morning. I just toss them into the back seat when I'm done. Dude, if it was your own car, then I don't give a fuck, but this is Liz's car. Don't turn it in a pigsty or something. Surprised Liz doesn't make you use a bag. I do. Of course. Damien pulls up an overflowing plastic bag as if it were a trophy. Why haven't you tossed all those bottles out already? I'm saving them for a project about recycling. Plus, I'm also going to use a couple of them for sculpture. Save me the trouble of going out and finding aluminum. And I get to drink as much soda as I want. I mean, okay, I cannot argue with that one. I don't really say anything as Damien scoops out the rest of the cans from the floor of the car and puts them in a new bag, which he then stuffs in the car's trunk before giving me and Olivia a thumbs up. Alright dudes, we're good to go. Okay. I nod and slink into the semi-clean seat. My hand searches for the buckle of the seatbelt and brushes against something warm and soft. There's a tiny gasp next to me, and the comfortable mystery in my hand is yanked away. Okay. Figures. I look to Olivia, her hand held to her chest. Her green face has a scarlet tinge, and her mirror-shade eyes glare holes through my head. You okay? The emerald-scaled girl turns her maw from me, and once again that smile is freaking adorable. I stifle a mystery chuckle at that. The warmth of my palm fades, however, and leaves my hand feeling lost. Okay, all the safety checks are done. Oh, holy shit! Only now I noticed that there was some sort of holder over here. And she wraps her head around. Okay, that's fucking clever, actually. Pretty adorable, too. Liz gets in the driver's seat and grips the steering wheel. Outside, she's craning her neck to check on the mirrors and tires. Wait, Liz drives with her head sticking out the window? Liz pokes her head in. What's that? Her neck snakes inside and coils around the hook in the middle of the car. Then with practice motion, her neck continually coils till her head sits atop the neck roll, as if no different from someone putting on shoes. It kind of looks like a giant scale-covered scarf. Like I said, that's both freaking clever and adorable. There's even still enough space for her to see the windows and check behind her. Inko? Huh? Oh, it wasn't anything important. Alright. But, the city, right? I'd actually been wanting to see it a bit more up close pre-Adakan's class. Do you know how much gas money it burned through to take a detour around here? Okay, so once again, I thought that I skipped. No, Damien just cut in once again. Good, cause neither do I. Let's do it. Hey, what? No! I barely have enough as is. If you want away is fine. I'm looking forward to it as well. You sure? Yeah, I'll point out some stuff I remember along the way. You're my tour guide now. Don't make me change my mind. Glad that's settled. Everyone buckled in right? Liz pulls away from the school parking lot, starting down the opposite direction I've always entered and exited. Weird to think, but the edge of my world was close as a right turn out of my own school. Then again, I still haven't been living here long. Anybody want a station? I don't think I've ever listened to the radio here either. Liz and Olivia hardly seem to glance in Damien's direction as well. Suit yourselves. Within the span of a few seconds, the natural ambience of the road is replaced with the loud sound of decades-old rock music, sending vibrations throughout the car and everybody in it. You know, I appreciate the music choice. Damien? Respect. Wait, what happened? Oh, just as fast as it comes, however, it stops as Liz haphazardly yanks the volume knob counterclockwise, toning the music down to a bearable level. Oh, come on. Spoil sport. Damien frowns for a moment, but he doesn't seem to contest the decision. Okay, what the... I turned off all the notification stuff except for messages and calls, and between all the people I messaged, there's only one who isn't inside the car. Checking the screen, I see... Oh, come on, really? Any side request, D-Man? Man, D-Man was right, isn't it? Seriously? I don't know, Damien, so long as it isn't twangy country music. Sure, sure. Wait, you've been texting? How long? Yeah, since like the first week of school. What the heck, dude? Let me see your phone. I hand it over, open to the contact creation page. She tabs the first few numbers and pauses. Then sheepishly yanks her phone from her coat pocket. She doesn't know her own number. I totally relate to that. It took me ages to memorize my own number. Olivia finishes tapping her number in and hands it back. She enters herself as Live Long. Sounds vaguely oriental. Est. Yep, got it. Oh. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, I really appreciate it, thanks. That wasn't called for. That's why I sent it. I appreciate that kind of humor. She giggles at her own joke, and despite being the butt of it, the mood in the car is too high to hold it against her. Before long, the dense forestry. Holy shit, I'm sorry, once again. Before long, the dense forestry starts giving way to more urban developments. More and more decorative palm trees start dotting the paths as well. The silhouette of the city gets closer and we approach one of those spaghetti junctions leading up to it. The results of decades of poor infrastructure decisions, multi-million-dollar projects promising to fix all the traffic if they just built one more overpass. Olivia's paying close attention to her phone. She scrolls lazily through some forum. What's so funny? Oh, nothing. Hey, Lizard Lounge. Aw. Oh boy, you're still browsing that, Olivia? Yeah. What is it? Don't tell him. It's this weird exclusionary chat room. They only allow dinosaur women. Men and rather specifically human men are banned. Gasp. Racial segregation? Damien. Olivia showed me once that people in it are really weird. Humans are banned? You weren't supposed to tell him. This is the last safe house for us on the internet. I think there's probably better places for that online for you to associate with. Tell me about the racial segregation. Damien, come on. It's not that. It's just how it has to be for our safety. Some dino girl can't be doing anything at all, and there's always at least 3 guys in the comments saying she looks like... Say it with me, class. She looks like she's fucking human, man. Yeah, there you go. I said it for you, Liz. And don't say it, I already did. They also really break down the quality of the site. Look, it explained in the rules that humans have 1/5 the attention span of dinos. Liz groans while Olivia shows me her phone. The graph is blurred to hell and I can't make out most of the text. I don't know how I feel about all this. What's not to get, Inko? Think about it, you're in history class, it sucks, so you just remember, wait a second, I'm a human, and stop listening. I love this approach. I wish I could do that. According to Lady Hitler here you can. Damien, for fuck's sake. It's just a funny group of women like me. Lay off, let me have it. You don't really believe that stuff though, do you? Not really, it's just the rules of the place, alright? Okay... Olivia sticks the phone back in her pocket with a huff. Was the ride to the arcade always this long? I think we're about 20 minutes away from the arcade still. Don't worry, Inko, the water fountains are integrated. Shut up! Damien cackles to himself. Alright, I hope the place still sells those hot dogs for just $1. There's no way anyone anywhere sells hot dogs for $1 anymore. Yeah, the inflation has been fucking everything over. Yeah, but they did. It was great. Olivia and I would save our lunch money to just go here instead after class. I don't think I'd trust it if it were still that cheap, honestly. You ate a dog off the floor once. That's different. I don't know. Well, no, okay, I was about to say, I don't know how is it any different, but if it was a little bit higher quality, then I guess you don't give a fuck about dust. Especially when you're a dinosaur. Damien fills the air with old tales of his and Olivia's adventures in the arcade. She'd occasionally chime in to correct him on whatever umber embellishment. Even as last remnants of suburbia melt away and skyscrapers overtake our view of the outside world, finally, I'm in a big city. Here we are! I'm almost disappointed when we pull into the arcade parking lot. Large glass windows covered in sun-bleached promotional leaflets adorn the front of the arcade, and the building itself looks a couple decades old. The place was probably successful in the past, but I can only imagine they break even nowadays. Though maybe the recent resurgence of retro deco could change that. I can show you more on the return trip, come on. Guess she must have seen my brief hesitance. Also, the place looks relatively nice. Liz unlocks the trunk and I hop out to get Olivia's chair. As I attempt to heave the thing out of Liz's trunk, it takes considerably more effort than I'd like to admit. Now how do I unfold this blasted thing? I think there's a release button, right? Once again, this happened on its own, I did not click anything. Okay, a preparation for an F-bomb. As I check to make sure that all my fingers were intact, I can see Olivia snickering through the passenger window. Inko-san, you have much to learn. Observe. Olivia makes sure the brakes are held and heaves herself over in one motion. The chair is forced open by momentum alone with a loud crack. Okay. She gracefully rolls by me, tongue stuck out in smug victory over my ineptitude. Ready? Sweet! Damien hurries us inside, and I can tell he's the most excited to be here out of anybody. Okay. Dude, this place is the bomb! We used to scrounge for change to come here after school. The place is abuzz with activity, flashing machines all competing for attention and gamers excitedly conversing. I lean in a bit closer to Olivia. It's pretty dang loud here. You going to be alright having to speak up more? Of course I am. What do you take me for, a kid? Sorry. I appreciate the concern. Liz scowls as she peels her boot from the floor with a loud. Oh, okay, sticky noise. Ew. Damien, you could have warned me about... Of course. Damien's taken off toward a nearby coin machine, just full of bills at the ready. I could have told you too. I've been here before. So why didn't you warn me about this stickiness? Olivia shrugs. Liz head lowers to bridge of snoot pinching levels. Well, you two did kinda drop this on me at the last minute. But I still remember this place pretty well. Great, you can show Inko around, and I'll go with Damien. Of course. Liz meekly puts pointed fingers together as she looks at the salmon-frilled teen. Also, this entire expression, behavior, it's fucking wonderful. Those two-player gun thingies look fun to try out. You mean the light gun games? Yeah, those ones. I can't put my finger on it, but something tells me that Liz was banking on splitting apart from the start. Though it would give me ample opportunity to have some alone time with Olivia. Just to get to know her more, of course. Liz, I think I broke this one's joystick. Liz sighs heavily through her nose. Seriously, Damien? Oh, come on, it's perfectly even and fair. You sure about this, Liz? We could all just stick together. The long-legged Dino looks around the arcade nervously. As much as I want to protest the suggestion, it might be for the best. Okay, I thought for a moment she disappeared over there. Liz wants to stick with Damien, probably to make sure he doesn't do more damage. And Olivia knows this place as well, so she'd know all the best games. We've already been spending time together after school, so why not? I'm not against the idea, just Alright, glad you agree. Liz takes this as her cue to leave, and she quickly pulls Damien away deep into the arcade. Meanwhile, Olivia begins to roll ahead, but stops and gives me an annoyed look. Come on already! Alright. As soon as I step closer, Olivia resumes her casual roll down the alleyway. Olivia's eyes seem distant as she looks over the various game cabinets in the room. Silver iris dancing to and fro, a soft hum resonating from her mouth. I try and follow where her gaze lingers, but she seems to be constantly drifting to something new every other moment while deep in her own thoughts. As we carry on slowly, the creeping awkwardness in my stomach gnaws away at me. I have no clue what to do right now. The point of this excursion was to relax. Feels rude to interrupt her, but she definitely knows better than me. Say, Olivia. My voice brings her back to the current moment of start, her hands maneuvering her chair around to look at me fully. What game should we try first? The Baryonyx shrugs her shoulders. Anything? Okay, then how about one of your favorites? My favorites? Yeah, you used to come here all the time. I'm sure you got some you prefer. The look of surprise from her is quickly hidden by her turning her chair back around. Fine, my favorites then. My favorites. She pushes her wheelchair with purpose towards a particularly large screen in the corner. Looking at it closer, there's a large block connected to it, and dull multicolored sticks hanging off the sides with wires. Ah, oh, damn it. I look up at the title above the screen. Ruin Robbers? Okay, so like a Tomb Raider, I guess? The more I look at it, the more I see where splashes of fresh paint barely cover poorly done marker graffiti. Olivia's pout is so prominent as she glares at the base of the funny-looking blood before the screen. They updated it. So it should be better then, right? Her pout breaks, transforming into a depressed frown as her eyes seem to gloss over. I follow her gaze to the metal plate at the base to try and better understand. The machine looks pretty well maintained if you ask me. Something wrong with it? They added a foot pedal for the cover action. I test the plate, feeling it sink down and noticing the video demo on the screen changes to a screen with a bunch of ass with the numbers next to each instance. This sucks. Olivia's hands curl into fists as she glares at the machine. A twinge runs through my chest when I look back at the frustrated Dino girl. I mean, couldn't Olivia just use her tail? Like, it seems to be pretty prehensile. Is that a word? Agile, let's go with agile. It seems to be actually pretty good with this stuff, so why not just reach over with your tail and press it down? That could work. One aspect of her favorite pastimes has been changed in a way that almost robs her of it. The thought strikes a painful chord in my heart, though I know I had zero hand in the game update. All the same, to see the clever skilled girl look so morose. I turn my eyes away to my feet, the sensation leaving as I do, and a flash of brilliance overcomes me as I look at my loafers. Hey, I got an idea. She cuts me off with a growl. I know what you're gonna say, and the answer is no. So you're willing to just give up because you can't play it easily? Yes. Olivia's response leaves me a bit floored. Her hateful eyes leer venomously at a former favorite game, but I know my idea will work. Okay, you play then. Haven't you been paying attention? I'll handle the pedal work. Olivia's words are left hanging as she tries to visualize what I'm saying. I mean, that works too. Her confused gaze wanders between me and a flat rectangle on the floor. The whole time she looks so goofy I have to withhold a chuckle and fear of her clawing me. She mustn't realize though as she snatches the light gun from my hand, her cheeks bearing a red hue. Fine. One game. She looks at the light gun in her hand and takes a deep breath. You better do your job right, Inko. I give Olivia a nod, and she wheels herself right next to the arcade machine. Gimme. She reaches out for my hand and goes to take it before I can respond. She takes it for a split second and then moves down to grab my wrist instead. Her scales are soft and cool. Hit the pedal when I squeeze, capiche? I nod in affirmation and Olivia blasts the start button into pieces. Not so tight! Dude, hit the damn pedal! It's like playing with controller lag. Inko! Sorry. Holy crap, this is worse than I remember. Hi, it's me. I'm Guy that makes sense. If you can see I put the respawning enemies in front of place you're forced to cross. I came up with this idea while eating a bird. I didn't even want to staple my ears to me. Fuck, damn it, not again. Ah, this game sucks. Wanna play again? Then you know it's a good game. It sucks, but you wanna play a game. It's a bit intense. When Olivia finally releases her grip on my wrist, I feel the blood rushing through the imprint she left. We ended up playing 4 or 5 games total. That's probably enough. I'm good to move on. You? Are you sure? I don't want to keep you here all day. Olivia looks over to the machine one last time before sliding the plastic gun back in its slot. I'm still a bit disappointed they changed it, but... Thanks. Alright, there's better games around anyway. Let's go. A stray thought from before I really got to know Olivia careens to the forefront of my mind. Sometime along the way, people started calling her Hot Wheels. Don't remember really who or when. But I do know it's proof she's got a fire in her. A fire in her. Before she can roll away too far, my hand takes hold of one of her chest grips, jolting the dino girl from a sullen stupor. Say, I've got an idea, Hot Wheel. Why don't we try the fighting game you're so good at? The fighting game... Olivia's jaw clicks shut, and her hands ring together tightly. Arcade cabinets can't change, right? I mean... Her gaze turns towards the opposite end of the arcade, and I can hear the loud hollers of competition from here. Come on, Hot Wheels, what do you say? The name seems to invigorate her. Her glacier iris is hardening and her ivory claws touching at her wheels. An eerie grin creeps across her features, tongue polishing an incisor as her predatory eyes latch onto a particular cabinet in the far side. Olivia picks a direction and speeds off, parting the 3 of 20 dinos and leaving a small space of safety in her wake. After a short while passing some digital pachinko machines, she looks back at me for a moment as if to confirm my presence and to say, don't lose me. And then yanks her wheelchair to launch herself through the building towards new destination. What? Hey! I finally give chase, following as best I can while avoiding the rest of the awestruck players that just witnessed the high-speed dino girl shoving them aside in her wake. As I get closer, the atmosphere seems to grow thicker, the very air becoming dank and heavy, almost as if someone dialed the humidifier up to 11. No, that's the gamer cave. That's the gamer cave. For a second, I have to stop in my tracks to catch my breath and try to cool down as my shades begin to fog up. So this is the power of the fighting game crowd. And also the lack of a shower cabin, but that's another thing. I heard things, but I thought they were jokes. Through the fog, I spot Liz, or rather Liz's head sticking above the crowds. Yo, you found us! Getting closer, Damien and Liz's head come into view. Olivia stops and checks one last time that I didn't get washed away in the crowd. She then moves past Damien and Liz, coming to a screeching halt next to a particular cabinet that's occupied by somebody else. She removes a shiny coin from her pocket, placing it firmly down on the controls of the current player who hardly glances at her. As I step closer, I'm able to overhear the exchange between the two dinos. Okay. This dude looks like he enjoys a healthy meal. And by healthy I mean size, not... yeah. The greaseball and Kyle saw, without even looking away from the cabinet, starts rattling off his credentials to Olivia as if it was a job interview. You know I'm the best Jurassic player this side of vocal there, right? Double S rank, 3 online tournament wins, besides it's 50 cents, not... Shut up and nut up already. Olivia, I respect you even more. Olivia's voice causes then Kyle start to grimace and finally turn his head. You really want to try me? Look, okay, once again. Stop moving the text forward without any input from me, please. His jaw clicks shut as his eyes manage to sweep above and then down to Olivia. His eyes squinting as his retina slowly adjusts to the low lighting of something not displaying brightly colored pixelated characters. Bro, you know I can't be bringing chairs over here, not after last summer. Olivia growls and raises his fist, and I think the pale scaled dino finally sees who is challenging him. His mouth flaps helplessly as he tries to explain himself before just stopping himself completely. Never mind. Sorry. The Gator goes sighs and taps a finger on the quarter sheet plays down. Rules say you can't refuse, right? His head tilts in confusion. You know, you look to be the new champion, right? Please stop doing this, I was about to read his line. This is the champ's cabinet, right? Things come over by this point, followed closely by Liz's head. Champ's cabinet? Unofficial, but as the oldest one here. Been here since the dawn of time. It's like sacred or something. I look over the old machine, the paint on it chipped and positively covered in marker ink to the point that the only legible thing on it is a very juvenile edit to the game's title. This thing? Yeah man, they only let the head honchos actually use it. If you're spotted trying without credentials, you end up headbutted. That's bull, but I believe it. I look back to Olivia, who's having a withering stare down the squat guy she challenged. Look lady, I'm a big deal here. Boss through nuts, crown champion all of Vocal Caldera. This particular Jurassic machine's got a history. It happens to be the same machine that Dino the regular Go managed to parry. Quit stalling and fight me already. I'm not, I'm just setting the stage is all. Plus, you think you're the only challenger I've got? I look around noticing that there was now a group surrounding us. On my title as champion, I'll take all comers now. A hushed whisper goes through the crowd. Finally... God damn it. Form a line now. Okay. Tallest to smallest. Oh fuck you, dude. What? No cutting. Oh, heck yeah, we're gonna wipe the floor with you, Buster. Wait. What? I don't even play video games. And I'm not really a gamer either. Too bad, considering the blood tax. I want to protest it further, but Olivia's head turns toward me with a pleading look on her face. Besides, you think I want to put my hands on that thing? Who knows where we're in? Inko! Yeah, yes. Come on, Liz, it won't be that bad. We're still by the Brachio booth, right? Hold tight, I'll come get you. Wait, what? Damien pushes back through the small group around us, following Liz's neck to find the rest of her. Her head swivels around and gives chase, her pleased to not have to play falling on deaf ears. Brachio booth? The arcade's claustrophobic, so brachiosaurs who tend to bump into everything, including each other. There are some lost, so now there's a few platforms placed where people like her can sit and reach everything. There's even some water fountains attached. Doesn't stop things from getting tangled when there's multiple, but it's something. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, good. Ha! Lore. In the end, Liz must have relented because she shuffles up to the rest of the group. Fine, let's just make this quick. Liz reluctantly steps forward towards the arcane cabinet, a crooked smile forming on the self-proclaimed champion's face. It doesn't take long for Liz to completely lose. The large Ankylosaurus' hands will move like a blur as he dances around the controls, pummeling the digital opponent into the ground. As boastful as he was earlier, he at least proved that he was skilled as Jurassic, the screen displaying perfect after only a minute against Liz. Liz crosses her arms and starts heading back to her old seat in the booth, head in tow with a pout. Buster leans his head back against his clasped hands to make a show that it was no big deal. Don't get cocky, dude. Next victim. Damien drops the cabinet and jams his hands in his pocket for his change. Is there a whole piggy bank in there? I haven't seen your group around before. Tourists? Huh? Oh, nah, Liv and I used to come here all the time. Life's been tough, you know, so we got some friends to come along this little trip down memory lane. Lighten the mood a bit. Uh-huh. This place hasn't changed much in the years either. Uh-huh. He hoists the quarters high and jams them in the slot. Once more the screen lights up and the character selection music busts in. Buster considers his selection and ultimately chooses the same character. Okay, once again, I did not pick anything. Damien jams on the bottom. Okay, please stop doing this, really? What's with the dab glare? Damien just picked a counter to his character. Probably expects all of us to be beginners. Buster does seem a bit more tense now. Been a while since then, though. Her explanation is cut short as her words take on a scratchy quality to them. Hey, okay? What? I'm fine. I can go and refill your canteen pretty quick. Sure, thanks. She reaches behind her and unhooks her severely dented water bottle from her chair. There's something to look into for Christmas. That boss guy said there was water by the Brachio booths. Although I can't imagine the water here is very good. Christmas what? What am I thinking? I haven't gotten anyone a gift like that before. Focus, Inko, you're just getting some water. I head deeper in the arcade towards the center, passing through the aisles lit by game screens. You guys are done already? Nope, just refilling Olivia's bottle. I guess I'm gonna miss Damien's match. Say, Liz, this sticker here, what is it? Her head comes in close as she eyes the weird brand on the canteen. Oh, that's from some really old show. Like back in the 90s old. That's not really old, come on. Don't make me feel old here. Why? Just curious is all. Well, I never really asked Olivia about it. Maybe I should, after all I think I recall watching a video essay about it once. Dude, do you get all your knowledge from video essays? Though I could never really get into all this stuff, the animation always looked so choppy. Recapping the bottle, I lead Liz's head back to the fighting game section. It's surprising that Damien and Buster are still playing, this time both of their hands slamming furiously on the controls. A crowd has even formed around the duo, exchanging low whispers as they watch the old CRT screen. I pick out Olivia at the front of the crowd, close to the cabinet, so she's able to clearly watch. She's hyper-focused to the point that when I swish the bottle in front of her face, she just leans over to keep watching. Evil it is then. I hold the canteen above her muzzle and carefully tip it over until a few drops fall on her face. Her tongue laps along her lips and swipes up the nourishing droplets before glaring at me. Hey! Here you go, fresh from the latrine. Lovely. She takes the bottle and downs most of it right away before clearing her throat. Thanks. How's Damien's match going? Well... he's getting too aggressive. Yes? Yeah, Buster picked a rush-down character, so Damien picked a zoner to keep Buster at a distance. Problem is that zoners are notoriously bad when it comes to footsies, and are even worse with mix-up, which means that if Buster is able to get into Damien's hurt box, he's gonna get super punished and might even lose the set in a single. Wait a second, I'm human. Really, we're going that way? So Damien has to keep his distance. It's not looking good for him. Please. Oh crap. Olivia and I watched from silence as, over the next few seconds, Buster pulls off an impressive series of moves that crush Damien's character into the ground. Almost like he was waiting for us to get back. Wow, you actually knew how to play. Buster jumps an accusing finger my way as though mocking me for death. You're next. Damien's expression carries a hint of disappointment as he steps away from the cabinet, but he quickly peps up and reassumes his usual jovial self. Just me and Olivia left. I nervously step up to the cabinet. A plethora of characters in various fighting poses stare back at me, each with their own promises of victory. I recall an old saying Coach Sully had said, "If we do not know what we are doing, then the opposing team certainly can't anticipate our future actions." I tap my joystick over till the large question mark in the middle of the screen is highlighted, to astonishment to the spectators and my visibly nervous opponent. The game begins, and my opponent beside me seems exceptionally calm as he manipulates his controls. Compared to me trying out every button and stick input to figure out what the heck am I doing. Unlike Damien, who at least looked like he was holding his own against the bloated Buster, I was getting the digital crap kicked out of me. Every attempt I made was met by my character being grabbed and thrown in some ridiculously elaborate way. By the time the perfect announcement plays out on the screen, I can feel my wrist cramping from the crazy amount of button mashing I'd done in under a minute. At least I lasted a little longer than Liz. Don't feel too bad, I am the best here after all. A snort-filled laughter grates on my ears as I walk back to my friends, all of them staring daggers at the pasty-scaled dino. The rest of the crowd are in an uproar along with them, and I can feel my ears heat up by the attention. Olivia's eyes are narrowed as she wheels herself into position, her tail lashing roughly against the ground as she waits for the laughter to die down and her turn to finally begin. Buster chuckles to himself while cracking his knuckles. I just finished wiping the floor with your friends while hardly breaking a sweat. Just so you know who you're really dealing with, I'm Buster O'Nuts, achiever of octaves in the annual Jurassic Wisconsin E tournament, demolisher of Icaria's second best player of 2007-2012, and co-leader of the Midwestern branch of the Mighty Mammoth Gamers Guild. You welcome back for ducking out. Or are you ready to get busted? You're fat. Olivia, you are a gem. You know you can still back out of this. Olivia's response is to insert her coin slowly without breaking eye contact with Buster, with what I can only describe as predatory leer. She then slams her fist on the start button. Buster instantly moves his cursor towards a different character. Damien next to me lets out a soft gasp. What? What's wrong? Buster's character is like 3 kinds of bullshit is what's wrong. What? Well, for one thing, he's usually gentleman's band and tourneys and... his mouth is moving, but all that comes out is alien words. Buster lets out a chuckle and turns to look at Olivia, giving her a smug grin. Olivia doesn't seem at all fazed by Buster's character choice, clicking her joystick lazily. Soon as Olivia picks her character, the game's announcer blares the name aloud. Wani Long, okay. Damien turns to look at me, the excitement in his face is overbearing. That's Olivia's main, oh man, this would be one hell of a fight if Olivia's breaking her out. So... is this Wani Long a good character? Shortest explanation you'll understand is yes. What's the long one? If you don't know what a shoto is, I'll take too long to explain here. While Damien rambles on, I recall Olivia's motivation just to get here. That look she had, that more than anything piques my curiosity. So, how good is Olivia with her? Damien's reply is only to give me a wide big grin. Oh, you'll see. A loud soundbite from the cabin speaker signals the start of Olivia's match. Given the way Damien spoke of Olivia's skills like it was derived from an ancient scroll, I expected it to be flurry of pixelated beatdowns and tactical controller play. But instead it looked like... nothing at all. On the live display, both characters are just shifting back and forth, the joysticks in Olivia and Buster's hands clacking about furiously. Well, I guess they are trying to figure each other out. Honestly, it looks more like they're attempting to make the digital avatars tap dance. Oh! Wait, did I miss something? I don't want to turn my ass away in case anything happens. No, like they're trying to get a read on each other. It's like they're trying to predict what the other will do so they can counter and steal the match. So, in a way, I'm kinda right. Oh. Like they're sizing... there's a crack and thump on the floor in front of me. Olivia still lashed at the base of the cabinet while Buster's Thagomizer had managed to crack into the concrete floor beneath him. On screen, the characters finally made contact, and sent each other flying in opposite directions. Behind me, the crowd started cheering, finally excited that there was some actual action happening. Damien is hollering next to me, cheering on Olivia with all his might. Oh, I love that image. I love this image. And is Liz's neck getting longer and longer with each shot? Because this is exactly how it looks like. Though the excitement dies down again as the duo resumes their cyber postering, my eyes darted between Olivia and Buster. Olivia's completely absorbed in the match, her eyes are wide and full of killing intent. Buster, on the other hand, seems like he can barely contain his fury. 10 seconds on the clock, Olivia comes in clutch, punishing Buster's character with an impressive string of attacks. He manages to get away with a single pixel of health just as the time limit runs out. Winner, Wani Long. The crowd goes nuts as Olivia's victory is announced. And you know what? I can't help but cheer along with them. Olivia slumps back on her mobile seat and lets out a sigh before returning to her original position. Buster lets out a snort, twists and stretches his neck, and cracks his knuckles before once again gripping the controls tight. Round 2. Clash and Crash. The crowds return to a more silent state of observing the match closely, only low murmurs as they gawk at the two highly skilled players. The words passed around reach me, attempting to draw my eyes away. Weird for him. Surprised he's not doing that. Is he playing with her? Come on, Olivia! Damon's shout about the rest of them nearly blew my eardrums, but I shared his sentiment as the stylized characters exchanged simple blows. The time continues to tick down, Buster once again being put in the defensive. With how all the previous bouts went, Buster always had control with cutthroat level of offense, but I didn't think of him being this passive. The countdown once again hit 0, this time with Olivia's character blocking in the feed and the crowd cheering again, though less enthusiastically than before. You got this, Olivia! Just one more win and you're champ again! Olivia's shoulder tense up at what he said, and all the eyes stared directly at her. Damien! Come on, Hot Wheels, show them why you're the best. She runs a bit and refocuses on the screen. The group simmers down to silence in anticipation of the start of the final match. The sudden silence actually catches me off guard for a second. Long enough for my own doubts to catch up to me. Buster's playstyle, it's like he's not really trying. The match starts and the fight flares right back up. It's stupid of me to even think. He's game of broke champion top, he's got way too much to lose. And yet... Hey Damien? Yeah? Do you notice anything off about how Buster's playing? You notice it too? I guess I'm not just paranoid then. Like, I didn't really watch him magic, but was he always so passive? No. But like, these two are crazy good, so maybe this is all mind games? As if he's going to throw the game and let her in. We glance back at the ongoing battle happening on the screen, and I take notice of Buster's hand movements. As Olivia launches her character in the furious combo, sure enough, Buster hesitates just enough to let his fighter get hit by the first blow. That's brilliant timing. This is crazy. Huh? Then it hits me all at once, like a freight train. The way Buster was looking down at Olivia, how he did want to take her challenge, all the excuses he was giving. He's a virgin. I mean, maybe, I guess. But also, he's throwing the whole match, isn't he? Damn it. Even here, Olivia was right. Damien, I think he's taking it easy on her. You think so? Damien takes a moment to ponder what I said. Damn. Even here. That's what I was thinking. Should we do something? What, interrupt the match? Everyone else is having fun. The crowd whoops again. Only now it sounds a bit different. Hollow, mocking. Dane's first sag with concern. He turns to me. What we came here for is a good time. If she can't tell, what's the harm? Gee, you know what I mean. Yeah, I do. I hate that he's right. I could stand up for her. I mean, just being there for Olivia and Mia was getting on her pretty alright. But that was a while ago. I just don't know. I look over the crowd again. The match is about halfway done, judging by the remaining health pools. Don't cause a fuss for Olivia. Cheer Olivia on. You know what? I'm not gonna stand on the sidelines. I mean, okay, with Mia it worked, but it was because we were about to get our ass handed to ourselves. And this is a completely different situation, like... I don't know how to properly word this, at least not in English. But basically we want to support Olivia in this case. At least that's what I want to do. And none of us is in any danger or threat. The worst thing that happens is that we lose a gaming match. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna cheer her on. I know Olivia normally doesn't like this from strangers, but I'm no stranger to Olivia. She knows my intentions. We're friends. On screen, it looks like the characters are about to strike one another with their feet. I cup my hand around my mouth. Go, Olivia! You got this! Damien recoils from my scream. Or maybe I popped his ear around, judging by the glare he levels at me. Then he raises 2 fingers to his mouth. Okay. I cannot whistle with my fingers. Heck yeah, you got this! Even Liz tries to join, shouting down at the crowd with her own cheers. Oh, you know what would be cool? You can do it, Hot Wheels! Yeah, go Hot Wheels, go! Olivia flinches and turns her head to look back at us a bit. Curiously, so does her opponent. She sees us cheering and she gets her usual disfavoring furrowed brow. No way, I'm sticking to my guns. Eyes on the screen, Hot Wheels, he's gonna get you. Beat him without even looking. She stares right through the crowd at me. It's only an instant, but it feels longer. But a subtle skull cracks. And then it completely folds into a smirk back at us. She faces back the screen with a renewed vigor. Buster shakes his head to snap himself out of his own slug. Looks like he was only intending to lose by a little. He's picking up the pace now. Only... time! The match times out. Dang, want to go another round? People need a winner. Actually, mind if I run to the restroom real fast? Shit, yeah, it's down that way. Olivia turns and smiles at me again, and it's warm. Then she goes off to the restroom. Buster waits for her to be out of earshot and scrambles over to Damien and I. Hey, you two. You guys weren't serious, right? Huh? You were saying Hot Wheels. That's not really her, right? The Hot Wheels from a decade ago? Yep, it's her. Why? Damn, I feel like a jackass now. You were throwing for her, weren't you? A little. Your buddy Fithead gave me some sob story about her during our match, and I felt bad, okay? Wants to be known as the asshole that picks on cripples. Ooh, Buster was being hospitable to the young lady. Who the fuck shut the... Yo, Buster, you simping? Piss off. Dude, come on. But yeah, I didn't mean any disrespect or anything. Crap, I didn't know she had history here. I should have more respect than that. Yeah, self-realization. Good for you, man. He sighs. What do you do now? I'll play for real. It's what she deserves. It's all we ask. Buster nods and turns with a thumbs up. He cracks his knuckles and neck in preparation for his first legitimate match of the day. It's still kinda simping though. Shut the hell up, Dave! Olivia returns, sliding up to the machine once more. Thanks for waiting. No problem, ready? You know it. Good, that's it going down this time. They give each other one last competitive lead before putting all the pokes on the screen. Just as before, Buster chooses the OP character and Olivia picks Wani along. As soon as the in-game announcer yells 5, Buster immediately goes in for the kill, the total opposite to how he was playing last match. It catches Olivia off guard for a moment, leading her character to hit a massive combo that takes away a good chunk of her health. Truth is what? He isn't holding back this time for Olivia's sake, dealing her the same level of beatdown brutality he gave to the opponent before her. This seems to only invigorate her, putting her skills on her hands into overdrive. Even though Buster is going at full force, Olivia still manages to get Wani along to land a few punches and kicks along with evading some attacks. The crowd seems to notice the reappearance of Buster's lethality, causing an uproar of cheering and whoops. Damien, of course, follows suit. "You got this, Hot Wheels, check it out!" And let him be the only one, right? "Show him why you're the champ!" Unfortunately, not even Olivia could beat Buster's true fighting skills, unlike his previous opponents. KO Bald wins! The crowd is a mix of groans and cheers and excitement at the ill-fated defeat of Olivia. Buster crosses his arms, basking in his self-pride of beating the legendary Hot Wheels. "Damn, you really handed my ass to me. Didn't I say I was kind of a big deal around here?" I mean, yeah, skill-wise and dimension-wise, let's say. Yeah. But I gotta admit, you gave me a real challenge. I see why you were known as a champ. Thanks. If you're ever up for a rematch, you know where to find me. With that, Olivia makes her way over to us, a smile beaming across her face. Alright, who's next? We exit the crowd into a more spacious part of the arcade. That was awesome, Liv. You really gave him a run for his money. I know, right? I mean, I know a bit rusty, but the moment I got my hands on controls, he gave me a real fight. I was so close to beating him. Despite having been outmatched and losing to Buster, she seems to be having even more fun than ever. I'm feeling all jittery after that fight. There's the gamer rush settling in you. Hey, you know they sell food here, right? We should get some snacks to celebrate. Well, I was spilling grease. I was just assuming it was... Okay. Okay. He takes his own order and starts marching off in another direction. Damien, wait for the rest of us. Food, huh? You know what? I could go for a little something. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. Come on, they went this way. Olivia starts flowing through the crowd once more. Oh boy, this again. I'll call it exercise. The snack bar is a small cutaway from the rest of the building, segregated by different style tiling and brighter fluorescent lighting. There's not a lot of options aside from what you'd expect: pizza, ice cream, chicken strips, pickles, and the like. When Damien asked for 2 slices of pizza, Liz got excited. The moment he got the food, however, he was already eating one while holding the other. Damien... She seemed really annoyed, but took his offer to let him pay for her food. He offered to pay for Olivia and myself, but the last thing I want for him to do is drain his wallet any further, knowing their living situation. It's barely over $10, so it's not like it bothers me. I mean, their living situation, they don't seem to be in that bad of conditions. Unless for Inco it is because he's been living in luxury, so a regular suburban house is, yeah. Maybe that's it. Olivia had gotten an order of chicken wings slathered in hot sauce. I just went for the classic chicken strips and one of the sodas I recognized from the school vending machine. We take a seat at one of the few open tables, and I struggle not to think about how often they're cleaned. Damien doesn't bother sitting with us, he just heads right back into the fray with both arms occupied by his dinner. Liz follows after Damien to keep track of him. At least her head does. Olivia barely even sets her tray down before. I don't know what... Is this Minecraft eating sound? I suddenly shift myself away from the maelstrom of molars and claws. Dave probably said he'd cover the meal because he knew Olivia would get like this. Sheesh, Hot Wheels, would you like some actual meat on that? I didn't even know wing bones could get that big. Olivia responds by snapping the bone in two between her teeth. That mental image is it's scary, but on the other side... The marrow squirts out a little, and she has to get a napkin to wipe her cheek. Suddenly, my own chicken tender meal looks even more unsavory, so I push it aside and closer to the toothed tornado. It only takes moments for her to accept my offering with no manners whatsoever. Thank you. Don't mention it. So, after we finish, any other plans? Olivia ponders my words while rolling a bone around her mouth like it's a lollipop stick. It's just a chicken bone, Inko. An oddly large chicken bone. I don't know. I've basically done all I want to do by now. Damien's probably got another 20 minutes before he burns out. I'm cool to hang here, unless you want to do something. Nah, I actually don't play games much. I had fun playing with you though. Olivia looks away for some reason. We should do this sort of thing more often. Yeah, of course. I never had this much fun outside of my previous schools, mainly because I never had many friends to hang out with. That's kinda sad. It is, but it looks like moving here was a change for the better. Plus, it's just fun hanging out with you. Though stained with sauce, Olivia's lips curled into a smile. And Liz and Damien too, of course. But I have to admit, with the way Liz gravitates towards Damien, it's almost like she has this whole setup. What do you mean? Well, Damien and Liz are pretty close, so maybe she's using this as an opportunity for them to get closer. It's almost like we're on a double date or something. Okay, so Inko caught on, but... yeah, that reaction is priceless. She jerks back to me, completely attentive. Did I say something? Really? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Since we hang out together pretty often, people might start thinking we're together. Something whips into my back. Yeah! Olivia grabs hold of her tail. Crap, sorry. Yeah. I had fun today. Going out like this for the first time in ages, seeing this place again, it's nice. That Buster guy said they renovated it a bit in the last few years. Has anything else changed? Olivia looks into the depths of the arcade, looking for anything different. You know what? I think the wallpaper's changed. But other than that... She turns back to me with a nostalgic grin. No, it stayed the same. You know what has changed though? What? The people here. What, like employees? Them too, but I meant the regulars. When we came here, the place was always more... Her tongue probes her cheek as she considers different words. More... hectic? No, more packed. It was so easy getting through here today. I recall her almost running some people over to get across the building. And with the look she had back then, I don't think she'd have noticed if she had. Olivia's gaze lingers back toward the arcade machines. Back then, every machine was crowded. It was a lot louder, and there was always this something in the air that had everyone excited. What about when you and that guy were playing Jurassic? Okay, yeah, it was like that. But way more. Like, it felt like every machine had a crowd around it, everyone just getting crazy, and it was always a pain to wait your turn. With the heaviest of sighs, Olivia turns back toward me. It just feels empty, like everything else nowadays. I mean, empty is good. You're able to get around easily. Near hit and runs notwithstanding. And personally, this place feels crazy to me. Even here in the tiny food court, I can feel the rumbling loudness of all the people here resonate through my body. Her only response was a non-committal hum. Olivia handles the flask carefully, staring down at the sticker I'd noticed earlier with a wistful look. I remember that Liz mentioned about it being from an old show she watched. Say, I noticed that sticker when I went to refill it. What's it from? Oh, that. Yeah, it's from some old anime that I remember watching growing up. It's nothing really special. From some anime, huh? What's it about? You want to know? Oh my god, that face. Like she finally saw some sort of great treasure. There's a guy interested in the same thing. Sure, I never really caught on to the whole anime stuff, but I'd like to know what it's about. Well, if you really do want to know, it's not like any other anime. It's called Gundam, and oh my god. For the next 5 minutes, Olivia tries to summarize the premise of Gundam in detail. Oh my god. Given that I'm as clueless to it as I was with the fighting terminology, the plot sounds completely esoteric. The sticker of the symbol worn by a faction of space Novits fighting for their independence. Sounds like just a noble group with a goal like that. Watching her talk so passionate about the series, franchise? Oh, that's a lot. For how long? But that's alternate universe stuff. Oh, and then there's this martial arts one. As she continues her description of the franchise, I start to realize how enamored I've become. Not just about hearing the show, but from seeing Olivia talking about her favorite show with such passion and energy. I find myself engrossed in her voice as she continues a particular version of the anime. She's even taken to emulating segments from the show. And in the end, he finally admits it, and it's one of the best romances Gundam's done, and... A sudden pause worries me. What's wrong? Nothing. Doesn't sound like nothing, rather given the roughness in her tone again after her throat finally ran dry. Do you need another refill? I'm good. She drinks deeply from the canteen that had started this all off. It's been a while since she talked herself dry like that. In fact, I can't recall the last time she desperately needed to hydrate like that. I think maybe around the start of the school year? She releases the canteen and lets a breath of relief out. Better? Olivia nods. Yeah, anyway, where I left... Actually, I've probably been babbling on too long about it. Oh no, I don't mind at all. Nah, it's fine. Besides, let me talk about my favorite show, so tell me about yours. Mine? Well, I haven't finished anything, just mostly video essays about old shows. Oh god, you're a hopeless dude. I'm told I can call myself a fan of video games without having played them, but does that apply to TV? Leia sure has a taste. She can tell me exactly what kind of show she likes and why she likes it. I just know bits of trivia. Nah, that can't be right. I've seen lots of things in passing. Like... Well, shoot. I have no swag. I guess I've spent more time watching in-depth video essays about shows than actually watching them. Man, that's embarrassing. No it's not. Okay, maybe a little. But it's never too late to get into it. See what you do or don't like. Next time you're over at my place, we can binge watch a whole anime series. I like the sound of that. But if it gets too intense, you can always watch Power Raptors with Vinny. Hey! I relax. Toku shows like that aren't just for kids like... It's funny though, I remember my dad letting me watch this as a kid, and Vinny got into it because I showed him. If you don't mind me asking, you mentioned that your dad's in and out of town because of his job. What is it exactly? He's on contract with the DoD. Oh, the military. Wow, really? Yep, been working with the Air Force since I was a baby. Normally he isn't called that often, but when he does, it's pretty lengthy. Weeks, even months. That must suck. It isn't all too bad. We still call each other and send messages, the work just keeps him busy. Well, that's good. Keeping in touch with your folks is important. Why do I feel sad now? What about your parents? What's their job? Oh, mine are joint partners in architect. It's why we move around a lot, and the main reason why we were here in Volcaldera to begin with. Ah, now it all makes sense. What does? You know. She points at my shades and jacket. Having on a jacket and shades doesn't automatically make me rich, Olivia. Dude, who else wears clothes from Abercrombie and Flynn and has extra pairs of Ray A-band sunglasses on them? People in mansions, that's who. I don't live in a mansion. For your information, it's a 2-story complex with an automatic gate and... oh... I see what you mean. Now you get it, moneybags. Suddenly Liz starts waving her hands around excitedly. What the... Inko, Olivia! Damien comes rushing in, both arms filled with a pile of tickets. Whoa, mama, that's a lot of tickets. The other end is still trailing behind him. Damien got the jackpot at the Megala Millionaire. This is probably like 1,000 tickets. I'm gonna go see what this gets at the prize corner, come on. Holy crap. Alright, yeah, you're not eating, Olivia? She takes the basket of chicken strips and pushes back from the table. Yeah. I roll my eyes and follow behind Damien to the prize counter. He plops his winning stash on the counter in front of an amused clerk. So what will this get me? Nothing, you need to drop those in that ticket counter first. Ah damn, nearly forgot. He rushes off to get them counted and I look over the options. There's a few old games up on the top shelf for several thousand. What's the exchange rate supposed to be? Below me in the glass counter is a bunch of candy and small plastic novelties. There's also a lot of joke items, whoopee cushions, headphones, things like that. In one corner is a series of licensed and generic plush toys hanging. What do you think you'll get? Probably the mini RC car? Or no, maybe the plasma globe? He's going to get a handful of candy and let us have the rest. You think so? Alright, I'm back. He hands the ticket over. I spot number 1247 printed on the ticket. Dang, that's enough for one of the plushies on the wall. Let's see... I want... Hey, how about that? He points to a small foosball table on the top shelf. The clerk glances up at it and back. That's gonna be like another few thousand. Oh, damn it. Well, I'm out of ideas. I guess I'll have some of those then. The clerk gets a small bag of chocolates from the display. You guys can have the rest. I don't really need anything here. Nothing really speaking to me either. I might want something. Olivia scans the corner. There's still enough tickets for a medium price. She might be going for a paddleball or something. Whoa, look at that! She points to the plushie corner. The blue slugger thing? No, next to it. There's a weird dark green thing hanging in the corner. This? I guess. The only one of its kind. I kinda want to drop kick it. That one? I don't know, something about it really makes me want to... I don't know. Tie it to a firework and set it off into a deep fryer? I was just thinking the same thing. You guys are rude. I'm not saying you're wrong though. He looks like he's the reason we have tacted. I hate its face, he thinks he's better than all of us. Come on you guys, what the hell? I've gotten used to it, it's been around for years. Yet I hate it. You don't really want it, right, Olivia? Wow, it's just like me. Her eyes are bright and white. She's in love. Oops. The clerk hands her the stuffed toy and she looks deep into its beady eyes. Yep, just like me. I'm going to set that on fire sometime. Not if you like having both arms. We have two for a reason. The argument continues. For several minutes. Guys, it's getting late. I think it's time we head out. Ah, shit, she's right. Even though the weekend starts tomorrow, I still have a curfew that my folks are strict about. Agreed. Oh, I guess you're right. On the way out, Damien stops and breathes in deeply. You know, this was a lot of fun. Are we all here together for the first time in a while? Thanks for taking us, Liz. Hey, what is it? Laugh tester? Really? Oh, it's no problem. Thanks to you guys too. Yeah man, it was fun. We should do this again sometime. It's just like you remember it? Even better. I know I was a bit mad about the idea first, but I'll admit, it was worth it. Back in the car, the argument picks up again. I'm just saying, you should try hiding pencils in its ears until they come out the other side of its head. Oh, come on! Also, that image is freaking cute. I said it before, I'm saying it again, Olivia is freaking adorable. If anyone hurts him, I'll kill ya. She stares at razor intent back at Damien. Okay, let's not get into fratricide over a plush animal. Olivia hugged the wretched thing tighter. So, Info, you want me to drop you off at your place? Oh dang, yes please. Hadn't thought of that. I quickly send Liz the address to my house, which she puts into Google Maps. Buckled in, we head out the parking lot and onto the main road. Entering the freeway, we pass by the city, now illuminated. The early full sunset bathes the car's interior a warm orange, and as we make our way home, find myself recalling all the spots Olivia had highlighted. I wanted to ask her again just so I knew for sure, but seeing her rest peacefully gave me a pause. Well, I suppose I can ask her another time. Better to let sleeping gators lie. Wait, lay? Let her rest. She had fun, now she's tired, and that's all that matters. Oh, and I guess this would be a wrap for the arcade events. Like I said, I know that I'm probably making the episodes a little bit longer than what I usually do, but I do not want to break up the episode in the middle of something that's happening. Like, for example, earlier it was with the whole art contest thingy, and now in the middle of the arcade shenanigans. So if it's a little bit longer, then, well, yeah, it happened, too bad. But still, I believe that since we are done with all the arcade stuff, or at least I hope so, this would be a good place to wrap everything up for today's episode. So, time for the usual. That's all for today. I really hope that you enjoyed today's episode, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Have a great one.